So thank you for everybody being here. I know more people are being added as we go along, but I want to go ahead and get started because I want to respect everybody's time. And so thank you so much for being here today. The 3 of 3 of class, our AI class that everybody's loved so much because AI is just, and I just want to say that those of you who are using what they've learned on classes 1 and 2, unbelievable. I've seen it online. I've seen it on social media, and you guys are just killing it. I love everything I'm seeing. So keep it up. I hope what you're learning is inspiring you to use it in your business. And use it to kind of make your business fun again. Sometimes we get like stagnant on what we're doing in our business because it's just the kind of same old same. So hopefully this kind of changes the pace a little bit and just allows you to kind of reimagine your business and kind of grow from it. So today we're going to talk about 3 new things that we can kind of use. We're going to kind of jump back into Sora a little bit because I had so many questions about Sora after the last class, and people just want to know how. And Sora has, from our last class to today, Sora's actually changed a little bit. There's some new features that I kind of want to show everybody, but we're going to kind of jump into Sora a little bit. We're going to discover Gemini, which is Google's AI programming, and we'll see what we can do with Gemini to definitely see how to use AI for your business, for your marketing, for your branding, which is important. And then a lot of us know Canva, but there's a lot of AI features in Canva that nobody uses. And so everybody has access to Canva. Everybody has access to Gemini. Of course, Sora is now not an invite only anymore. It's open to everyone. So if you have a ChatGPT account, and you do need a ChatGPT account, then you can automatically link that to your Sora account, and then your imagination is off and running. So thank you so much for being here. And so if anybody has any questions, or if y'all want me to stop, everybody's muted. But if anybody has any questions while we're going along, definitely put that in the chat. Lynn's going to stop me. She's going to read them, and I'll try to answer anything the best way possible. But yes, we're going to learn a lot of stuff. And also remember, just like the first 2 classes, we're going to be sending out this class on YouTube as well. So if you don't get everything, don't worry about that. We're going to be sending this video out. So Lynn, just want to make sure we're on record, correct?
We are recording, and put yourself on camera.
Yeah, let's see everybody's beautiful faces.
You too, Richard.
Oh, am I not on camera? I thought it was.
Nope.
Sorry, because I'm sharing screens and I thought I was on camera. Hello, everyone. This is not AI. This is the real Mr. Next Mortgage here. So we're getting to it. All right. So a little bit about what we talked about last class, about utilizing ChatGPT, making ChatGPT yours. And so what we talked about is what can AI do for your business, okay? It's very important that as fun as all this stuff is, as fun as using Sora, as fun it is, Canva and being creative, what can we utilize? How can we utilize this in our business? And so AI, at the end of the day, AI is all about saving you time on the tedious work that you do that is tedious. The email creating, even creating up information for your social media, kind of thinking about, what am I going to put out today? What kind of content? Because you are the CEO of your own business. And because you're the CEO of your own business, we want to make sure that as the CEO, whatever that business is, whether it's real estate, mortgages, I know we've had title people on here, insurance people. We want to make sure that information is promoted across, and using AI to promote that message is a great thing to do. So handling your busy work, I know it handles my busy work. I don't know about you, but there's a lot of times I'll have to come up with ideas on the fly, and I definitely utilize AI to do that. So, and I don't know about you guys, AI is my best friend as far as when it comes to writing, getting content out. Definitely, checking what I read. Sometimes I'll write a whole email and I just doesn't feel like I'm trying to convey the message, and I'll put that in the ChatGPT and say, hey, this is what I'm really trying to say. Can you help me write this a little bit better? Turning your marketing into a 24/7 machine. And what that technically means is that I could tell ChatGPT right now to give me content for all 30 days of a month, every single day, and we'll be able to create that content in the matter of minutes, where usually you would have to have a drawing board, and that's the whole thing, going back to the drawing board. You'd have to go back to the drawing board to come up with new content, new information that you want to put out. Nowadays, just by having that idea and having that conversation back with ChatGPT, that information is a lot easier to come across, and you can come up with ideas to your branding, to whatever content you're trying to get out within seconds. Converting more leads before they ghost you. You want to definitely create that kind of content to stay on top of your customer base, whatever that customer base is. Your follow-ups, your follow-up emails. After your closing emails, your post-closing, we're actually going to show you something that's pretty cool on Gemini today, how you can brand yourself to let customers know, hey, now that you're under contract, or now that you've been pre-approved, here are the steps of what we're doing. But the great thing is that it doesn't take away from your branding and you having those touch points, because it's all about touch points. It's all about being able to touch a customer, being able to make sure that they don't feel like, oh, well, I've never seen him, or he's not really contacting out to me the way he needs to. And of course, making smarter decisions. I know a lot of times I have to second guess myself, or I have to, ask ChatGPT on, or I call her Jubilee, on some things that I need to do. And I know a lot of you guys utilize ChatGPT also. And whether that be analytical, maybe it's data that you're trying to find out, maybe it's certain areas that you're going to be marketing, or maybe that you're looking to farm a certain area, ChatGPT can help you with that. So, from demandage.com, 82% of all content consumed on social media is going to be video based. I know a lot of the times that, it was all about what kind of great screen grab you could have, or just putting out good content that was informational. And that's still all good stuff too. Don't take that away. But I know everybody here, and they've coined the word for it, scrolling. Everybody here is guilty of scrolling, where they're flipping through videos, and the video that has the most out of the wall kind of thing is what's going to grab your attention before you scroll to the next video. And so that's what I love about Sora. And so what Sora's been able to do is Sora's been able to take my imagination, my branding, my information I want to put out, and it's been able to create videos and content in seconds. It's been able to take my idea and kind of input that information out there. And so we're going to kind of look at what Sora can do as far as for you, maybe on the real estate side, how you can utilize Sora, maybe on listing presentations, how you can utilize Sora as far as you getting out entertain content that people actually want to watch. I know a lot of people kind of saw our Sora prompts from the first training class, and they loved it, and they actually utilized it. And I don't know if anybody wants to kind of, I know Star's on here. Star said, I got 300 more new followers just from her prompts. 300 people that she didn't have before, just by using Sora. And Star, believe it or not, came out. I think one of hers is some good stuff, like, because she's a star, and then she'll turn into a star, and then it'll be like a shooting star. And I think everybody can relate to that. But it's all, see, I've seen it one time, and it's stuff I'm remembering because it was that good of a video. And so we're going to kind of look at what other things you can do with Sora, not just by creating videos, but other kind of content that would help you in those kind of scenarios. So we're going to go to my Sora site. And so for those of you who don't know, like I said, for those who, for you who've never been here
kids
before,
are taking on the grown-up world.
We just need the ultimate
Sora
loan for my
is
mom and dad.
ChatGPT's video editing program. Okay, so Sora is owned by ChatGPT. Like I said, if you have a ChatGPT account, you're able to access Sora and start creating videos off the fly. This is my account here. And so the first thing you were going to do, and I'm just kind of going to backtrack a little bit, if for those of you who weren't on previous classes, for real, if the first thing you do when you download Sora is Sora has a web app function and it has a phone app function. And the great thing about the web portal and the app on your phone is they are simultaneously, they speak to each other. So whatever I do on web will go to my app immediately. So if I'm creating a video on my phone, and maybe I jump in front of the computer and I want to do some editing on my computer, it's there simultaneously. I'll have to wait for it. So the good thing is I'll do something on my phone, and maybe I want to edit that on Canva. I can go straight to my computer and download it and start working on it. And so the first thing you're going to do is when you download that app is you want to do something that's called Cameo. Now, basically, what the Cameo is that you're putting yourself into your Sora. Now, these are a lot of videos I've created in Sora, and I'll clip on a couple. But the biggest thing you see from each video is it's my face. It's not AI trying to figure out what my face looks like. It's my face because I did that cameo that allows to put my likeness in the app. And so going forward, anytime I create a video from it, it's continue to use my likeness. Now, the more and more I use Sora and the more and more I generate videos, the apps look more and more like me, believe it or not. And believe me, there's some slip ups like this one right here. This guy
Greetings,
doesn't
friend.
really look like me.
Sharing this feast is great, but you know what will really help this new land grow?
But I
Getting
still
pre-approved
posted it
at Next
because the
Mortgage.
content was good. I posted, getting pilgrims, the first Thanksgiving. This was like a Thanksgiving one I did. But this one, I'm a big college football guy.
College football Saturday, and every team wants a winning game plan. Same goes for buying a home. At Next Mortgage, you're not riding the bench. You're rolling with the starters.
So again, that took minutes for me to create that. And so again, by utilizing ChatGPT to help me with the prompts and just coming up with ideas, me and my wife binged Stranger Things the other day. So I made a video that was about Stranger Things. So what's big right now in my house is Elf on the Shelf.
Next Mortgage for your pre-approval.
That
Use
one was
Next
my
Mortgage.
idea. Weird.
Use Next Mortgage. It's quick. It's easy.
Is that thing talking?
So Sora is only limited about what you're limited. And so let's just say you're like, well, I can't really come up with little funny ideas like this. Well, the great thing is that's where you include ChatGPT in any kind of conversations that you're willing to have. So if you're thinking about, hey, ChatGPT, what kind of funny prompt can I put about insurance, or maybe about hurricane season, or maybe about, buying a house or whatnot, ChatGPT is going to create that for you. And that at that point in time, all you're doing is copy and pasting. So everybody here maybe grew up doing ad libs in school. And so let's do this. I want to do an ad lib. We're going to create a video right now. So just like ad libs, I need a place. Anybody can type that in the chat. Where are we at in this place? Let me know when you see something. North Pole. All right. I like that. I like that. So in the North Pole, who is in the North Pole? Anybody in the chat? Who's in the North Pole? I can't get my mic to work. So the mics aren't working. So no, but we can't hear anybody on the mic. But just like I saw your chat, Kristen, just type it in if you have something there. Or you said, I can't get my mic to work, but every time I upload an actual photo at home, Sora changes it. Okay, so uploading a photo to Sora is not going to be a cameo. So just like I have this photo here, Sora is not looking at this photo. You have to do a cameo in your phone. And if you want to kind of take that conversation offline, and call me afterwards, I could probably walk you through it if we do like a FaceTime, or maybe you call me on Zoom and we'll kind of walk through it together. But yeah, you have to do a cameo on your phone for that to work. You can't upload that picture. And so I can kind of walk you through that after the fact. So
Don said a Abominable Snowman. We've got Prancer. Santa needs to expand his shop.
Okay, so North Pole with Santa and Prancer. And what is Santa and Prancer doing? What are they doing in the North Pole?
Prancing.
Prancing. Which
Someone
ChatGPT are
said-
you using that has Sora? Sora starts with
Someone
an S.
said that they're making stuffed toys in the toy shop.
Okay, I like playing ping pong. We're going to
Okay.
use John. Okay, that's simple.
Janie, the Sora that he's using in ChatGPT, the ChatGPT is just the papers and the $20 a month one.
So I'm going to put the Sora link in the chat. that's the Sora that you need to have on your phone. It looks just like that. If the icon does not look like this little cloud, then you have the wrong one. There's Sora in different AI video creating things, but this Sora that is directly linked with ChatGPT is this one that I put in the chat. So you want to make sure you're using the right one. And again, you have to have a ChatGPT account, so they'll give you access to this one, and you won't have to create an account later, if that makes any sense. And then you'll have to do the Cameo after that. But again, if anybody needs help doing the Cameo, so your likeness that goes in there, I'll be happy to kind of walk you through that. So while that's being created, like I said, the coolest thing about Sora now that we found out is that after you put your likeness in it, after you a lot of people here have actually done that, then you can do something that's co-marketing with other people. So Debbie has took it upon herself to create all these videos. Star has one of them. Here's a video with Star and me.
Out in front of an open house looking for the next happy homeowner. If you're shopping for a place, the first conversation should be with us.
Working close with your lender is a necessity.
Exactly. I make the numbers easy.
Necessity. And the crazy thing about that video is I wasn't there. And you know what's amazing? We didn't have to set up a time block. We didn't have to get together and say, hey, what's your schedule? Let's go make a video in front of a house. It was just made. This is another one about.
Those are your current figures. Let's see what a little refinance magic can do.
Please do. I'd like something that doesn't keep climbing.
If we slide your rate from 7.9 down to 6.3, you're saving about $70 a month, roughly $850. Those are your current figures. Let's see what a little refinance.
So if you're asking yourself, hey, why is there Star Wars in the background? In my office, when I took this video, I love Star Wars, and there's just Star Wars in the back of my office. And so now every time I do an office video, sometimes Sora will remember, hey, I know this guy, Mr. Next Mortgage, Richard, has Star Wars in his office, so I'm gonna put it in this video. But again, this allows you to collaborate with anybody in your referral portal. So me and Debbie, she's able to put her being an agent, me being a lender. Why wouldn't we do a video together? Why wouldn't we put out content about saving money? That only makes sense. And so this is one that me and my wife did.
Ready to save another deal?
Always.
Bad lender at 2 o'clock.
I see him.
They never learn.
Good thing we do.
One more floor and it's clear.
Another deal saved, another client happy.
And the great thing is that me and my wife didn't go to jail for killing a bunch of loan officers who don't know what they're doing. It was a video. And so your imagination is endless when it comes to your Sora prompt. And it's all about getting your message across to whatever that message may be. I always like to make mine more playful, because I think when it comes to mortgages on my side, people are very intimidated about mortgages. They think you have to have 20% down. They think it's just something that, so if I'm making light of it, if I let people know how easy it is to have a mortgage.
All right, Prancer, here comes the sleigh serve.
Bring it, big man.
Ooh, just a little drop.
Oh, no.
Ho, ho, ho! Point for Santa!
Oh, well played, Jolly One.
Good match, my friend. Ready for a rematch?
Always.
So there you go.
Here comes
in the North Pole, Santa and Prancer playing.
Just a little drop.
Could you change that up? Could you put more prompts in there? Absolutely. And so again, Sora is just an added Sora is just an added part of what your branding is. Sora allows you to get out the message, because like I said before we started, video content is more consumed than someone scrolling to see how great you are at your job, or they're reading a review. Imagine if you could put you in a video saying, hey, I just got this review from someone and they said this, and this. Someone's more inclined to watch that video because of the information that you're providing. Maybe a more funner thing. Like I said, I try to make my videos more fun than anything else, more lighthearted, more, what would be the word that, culture centric as far as what's going on right now. Stranger Things, just season 5 just came out. That's something that's happening now. It's Christmas. Elf on the Shelf, that's out right now. I actually did one about Black Friday shopping. I couldn't find the right thing to buy, but at Next Mortgage, I can always find the right home loan for you. So just kind of using what the day of the week is, coming up with a prompt, getting that out, spitting it out, takes seconds, takes minutes, and it doesn't consume my whole day, because I'm thinking about, well, what kind of social media or what kind of branding am I putting out today? it's something that's very easy. So go ahead.
The when we were talking about prompts, because he made a great point that if you Richard is extremely creative, right? He comes up with these ideas, he puts them in the prompts, and they just come out funny. That is his superpower. That's why I love him and everything else. I am the yin to his yang and do not have that same kind of creativity. So what I have to do is I have to have ChatGPT be creative for me, but I struggle with that. So I'll ask ChatGPT to give me a prompt so that, hey, what should I be asking you? Like, what content should I be doing right now that's funny and whatnot? And then it will give me a prompt to give it, and it's really cool. So utilize, even if you don't know what to ask, you can ask it what you don't know. Does that make sense?
So the way Sora works about videos now is that if you see right here, and this goes hand in hand with your phone, you could make a portrait video, and I think a lot more people watch videos on portrait just because of everybody's on their phone. That's how video generation comes across on your phone, is through a portrait. If you're posting something to, let's just say, a YouTube channel or maybe a main page, you could actually do a landscape. This is what a landscape video looks like. And so this right here is what I'm going to show you here in a moment. This was just a B-roll of a house. How many people just need to put up concept? I mean, especially for our agents out there, your job is to sell the imagination of real estate, and this home is possible to buy. What better way to do that than providing a B-roll of a certain home and then just putting that information out there? So the other side is that you can do a 15-second video and a 10-second video. Now, I think these videos are so cool. I try to get as much length as possible. So I always leave this on the 15-second one, and then it goes hand in hand with my phone, and then everything I put out is 15 seconds. Other thing you can do with Sora is that if I had a home that I wanted to, let's just say this house here. So we have this property here. Let's just say you're walking into a listing presentation for your agents. You're walking into this home as a listing presentation, and you just want to show how you stand out from all these other agents that maybe they're going to invite into their home. But you're right outside. You take a picture from your phone, and you have it on your phone, and you have this picture of this property that you're about to walk into. And you say, you know what? I want you to create a B-roll video of this home. And so just like I had just from a picture of a home, that's exactly what I did with this property here. Now this property here is this listing on HAR. So I just grabbed this house. I just grabbed the picture of the house right here, and I uploaded it to Sora. And it created this nice little B-roll, this nice little video prompt. So I can show that the seller inside the home, hey, guess what? This is the kind of stuff I do. I utilize AI to help move your home, to get this home sold. And so again, it sets you apart. And all I did was take a picture of the front of your house. That's all I did to do this. And so again, it makes you think outside the box, because remember, we're all consuming data by videos now. It's more attractive to us to consume that kind of data. So creating your own content like this, creating B-rolls like that, creating team partner content, of course, with other people that aren't even in the room, is just something you kind of need to think about when it comes to Sora. And again, if you don't know what to come up with, because Sora and ChatGPT are friends, the great thing about that is you can actually just go to ChatGPT and say, hey, look, just create, well, if y'all aren't using the talking function on ChatGPT, you're missing out, because sometimes you don't even know what to type. You just want to talk. And so if I told ChatGPT, hey, ChatGPT, can create me a prompt for Sora about mortgage rates possibly coming down on December 10th when the Fed makes an announcement. I'm going to do that. I'll take this out because I didn't want that in there. And then I'll hit R. Well, let's think of that. ChatGPT, can you come up with a two Sora prompts that I can use to put some content out about real estate and Christmas time? So while it's almost done with that, it's going to come up with here and it's going to create something else. Now, Sora doesn't do a 45-second video, even though it's saying that here. And I can tell it to shorten it down. But even for this and this right here, again, if I can't come up with the idea, ChatGPT can. Warm, classic, friendly, focused, Christmas, real estate. And I could just copy and paste this, take it right to here. If I want to be in it, my face is right here. If I want Debbie to be in it, so me and Debbie, and I can even say, and I want Star in it as well. Now, I think the cap right now is 3 people. If you wanted to make a video with other people that aren't even in the room. But again, this is a way to kind of put out that video content, your branding out there that nobody else thinks about. It sets you aside. It sets you apart. AI is moving in the speed of AI. Okay. And a lot of people say, well, AI, we don't want AI to take our job. AI is not going to take your job, but the person who knows how to use AI will take your job. It's an unfortunate truth. And that's why everybody's here today, because we all want to not have AI leave us behind because it is moving that quick. So that's kind of where I'm going to kind of leave off on Sora. There's other things with Sora, but I don't want to miss out on the other content. We're already at 1:30, and I definitely want to get to Gemini with you guys. So we're going to kind of leave the Sora bit from here. And then if y'all have any more questions, guys, we're always available. We're always here for you guys. So our next part that we're going to go to now, back in presentation mode, is Google's Gemini. Google's Gemini, Google is always the first for everything. And for Google to come out with Gemini and not only exceed what ChatGPT does, take it and kind of take it to the next level. Gemini, what you're going to use Gemini for is for your video editing, your graphic designing, your Canva shortcuts, your mocking your templates, everything that goes to promoting yourself, ideas. And so we're going to go through a couple of ideas today that you can use now. And because it's tied to Google and your Google account, it is free. Okay. There's always a paid version of something. And if you want to get the paid version, by all means, go ahead. Like I have the pro version of ChatGPT because I don't want to be limited. It is only $20 a month, but I get access to everything as much as I need. The same thing with Canva. Canva has a free version, but their paid version at $12 a month gives me a lot more things. So here at Gemini, you do get free access to it, but I don't know how much content you're going to be spitting out. If you're only doing a couple of things a day, you may not need all of that, but what I use Gemini for, I don't want to be limited. I just want to go in there, prompt as much as possible, and then be able to get that content out. So you see right here, this picture, this dirty bedroom. I got this offline. And so I told Gemini that I wanted this room to be clean. So I know how many people have walked into a house and the house is not stage ready. And I'm not even saying this house is stage ready, but if I needed to put up pictures now, imagine if I walked into the house and the room looked like this, but I really need to put some pictures up to let people know coming attractions or this home is going to be available on a certain days, and it wasn't clean or, wasn't photo ready. And I can make the room look like this. So we're going to talk about what that looks like. Lynn, do we know, and I don't know if you can see, if I know you said earlier that there's potentially that Brian was going to be on the call. Is he on the call?
Brian Summers?
Yeah.
I haven't seen him come on.
I did something pretty cool for him. So I was going to show
John
him.
says that was his listing.
Huh?
John says that was his listing.
Which one? The one in Coles Crossing?
John, really? Was that your listing?
The one that
Top photo.
Huh?
Top photo.
This is your listing? Is that what you said? I hope not. So everybody knows who Buffini is. If y'all don't know, and if you're not in the real estate space, everybody knows who this guy is, okay? Everybody's done some kind of coaching from him or something along those lines. And so the biggest thing about him is that his social media, all of his content is consistent. You don't see, if I were to go to Brian's page on his TikTok, on his TikTok page, same picture. On his Instagram page, same picture. It's consistent. Now, a lot of y'all don't use that consistency across y'all social media, and you need to, because if I'm Googling you, because if someone referred you to me and the first thing they said is use so-and-so for your agent, and I'm Googling you, and then I go to your Facebook page and it's you at camp, and then I go to your TikTok page and it's a picture of you on your vacation, and then on your Instagram page it's you in a suit, you're not giving me consistency. And so I try to do that on all of my social medias. My picture on my Facebook is a AI generated picture of me, but it's clean, it's nice, I like it, and I use that across all facets of everything. So the first thing you can do that's pretty cool in Gemini is if I had a picture, and I know everybody has a picture of themselves. So if I use the picture of myself and said, you know what, or put, oops, we're not on Gemini. Okay, here's Gemini. Let me start over. So this is Gemini for those of you who don't know what Gemini is. So if you go to Google and you go to gemini.google.app, and if you don't know where that's at, you can always go to this homepage on Google. And then when you go to the dots over here that give you all Google options of all Google things, Gemini's right here. You go there, and it takes you to Gemini. So Gemini is just like a ChatGPT based thing, but it does a lot more. And so if I'm looking for, there we go. So if I'm looking for a prompt, and let's just say I want to redo, if I want to put a picture in here, because I want my pictures to be consistent. But you know what? I don't have time to go get a headshot. So this headshot's pretty good, but I don't like the way I'm looking. I just kind of want it to be different in the background, things like that. So I can ask ChatGPT to prompt this for me. Using an updated photo, create a professional business headshot, keeping the facial features, making it realistic. And remember, I did not write this. ChatGPT did, because I want it to be good. I could just say, hey, can you recreate this picture of me in a suit? So I'm going to put that there real quick, and then Gemini works very quick. So the great thing about that is it's going to be a lot more realistic than what you see. And so what Gemini uses is Nano Banana, which is their new program. And there you go. It's different. It took it to a different background. It's the same kind of picture, but you can change things. So what I did is I was like, okay, this is cool. Imagine I'm at that listing appointment, and I walk into the house, and I'm like, man, this house is, I'm gonna put a dirty picture there of a house that hasn't been cleaned up. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT, give me a prompt. So this is the room right here. I can't show that room. I can't tell people I'm about to sell this house. It's just too dirty. If I want to show people a house I'm going to be selling, that's great. I don't want it to be that one though. And it's still dirty. Why didn't it change it? Well, that's not right. Well, it's supposed to, like, I did this earlier, and it's supposed to be clean. I don't know why. I wonder if I used all my pictures. Hold on one second. So if Brian Summers was here, I did this for him earlier. And so he's a big Michigan guy. So I just took a picture of him off Facebook, and I said, hey, make this guy the coach in Michigan. And so I put him in this outfit here.
He would love that.
Yeah. And then I was like, no, make him at the football game. And then it did this. But the great thing about what Nano Banana can do is it doesn't the likenesses is crazy because it doesn't look cartoony, and I guess that's the biggest thing of it. It doesn't look like if he put that picture on his Facebook right now, I would believe he's at the Michigan game, like because it's that good. And so let me update. So that's kind of, let me show that picture. So just like this room here, this is what it was supposed to look like. This is the picture I did of that room before, and this is what it looks like now. Like after I told it to clean the room, it changed things up. So that's one thing you can do with Gemini.
Jenny says, "Can you help her do one with me in Texas Tech game?"
Who said that?
Janie.
Oh well, I could definitely do that. Last thing Janie was wearing earlier was she was trying to get the UT orange out the way, wasn't she? Hold on one second, Janie. So changing your profile pickup is another part of what can be done on Gemini, which is pretty awesome. Definitely being able to change it. One other thing you do for your marketing is create. Sorry, I got a lot of windows here. So one thing I did when the market dipped, when rates came out, is I created a story. I created a book. And remember, this is content that I'm trying to share to my customer. So this is something that I created that I can email any of my clients.
A little dip, a big difference. Hey everyone, it's Mr. Next Mortgage here. Let's talk about what happens when interest rates take a little dip. Let's say you're looking at a $375,000 home. At a 7%.
So this can be downloaded and I can email it to any of my clients. And this is something they can watch that I've created. Now, this picture, like at first when I made this story, and of course I didn't make the story, ChatGPT did, about the market going down. And all this is talking about is like if interest rates go down. Everybody likes to have that conversation. And so it's simply saying, hey, if interest rates go down, this is what happens. And the good thing is that's something I can share, and then I can email it to people and they can flip through it. I've known some people to actually have Gemini create these stories and actually publish them with Amazon, and now they're published authors. And so for my daughters, because my daughters golf, I actually created a story for them about them going on secret journeys after me and my wife go to work. And you can do this too with your kids. And so I put all of their names in it: Isabella, Sophia, Mimi, Angelina, and they're going on a secret adventure. Mom and dad go to work and they go on an adventure. So imagine if you created something like this for one of your clients, or if your clients have kids and you created the new home journey between so-and-so, the Martin family, new home journey, and you created one of these books. So after they closed on their house, the Martin family wanted to do this. And again, you don't even have to write the story. You just have to put in the information in ChatGPT and it will create the story for you. And then what you do is you come over to Gemini and then put it all in the story prompt in Gemini, and it's going to create it for you. And so so it has storybook right here. I can easily paste the whole story here, hit go, and it's going to do something for me. So that's just another awesome thing that you can do in Gemini, again, to promote your business. Changing photos. Another thing I did was, let me see if I can find it. Another thing I did is I took bedrooms, and what happened on the bedroom is that how many times have you walked into a house with a client and they're like, you know what, I don't like this room. I don't like I love everything about it, but I hate this aspect of this house. Well, the cool thing is you can actually say, okay, well let's see what this would look like if this was a more modern kitchen, or if this was anything different, and you can kind of make those changes as well. So let me show you what that looks like.
John would like to say, would you show us the prompt you made for the story?
Yes. So like this kitchen here. And so we'll use the prompt. So like if you saw this kitchen right here and you're like, hey, I love everything about this house, I just don't like this kitchen. So I'm asking ChatGPT, please provide me a prompt for this kitchen. And so using this updated photo as base in a more modern version of the same kitchen. Okay. Brown, this is kind of a dated kitchen. That if you're looking at it, it's kind of dated. And so while this is kind of pulling that up, you want to know what the prompt was for the story. For which one? For the Mr. Next Mortgage. So look what it did here. Same kitchen. Same look and everything. But now you got nice cabinets. So imagine if you could tell your client, hey, look, I know you don't like what the kitchen looks now, and you're inside the house. You could take a picture of it with your own phone, but your kitchen could look like this. It could be more modern. You can have white here. You can have a marble backsplash. We can do silver instead of the black. Now, do you like the house? Now, should we put in an offer? Now, should we call Next Mortgage to get a renovation loan because we can get this kitchen? I know, I gotta throw that in there. But that's the cool thing about Gemini is that, again, pictures and things like that we utilize to see can be manipulated, but not altered where it looks fake. There was a point in time when you would do something like this and you'd be like, man, that doesn't look anything like what this was right here. And now they've cleaned it up with Nano Banana to make it look extremely good. So the rates, I'm going to look for that story, what I did for the story I did, Mr. Next Mortgage.
John, are you wanting the story for Mr. Next Mortgage, or was it the kid's story?
Yeah, which one are you looking for?
Story with the kids.
Okay, I'll have to look for that because that one was like way long ago. It wasn't anytime soon. So
I know you could tell because the baby Mimi was a baby in that story.
So again, kind of looking at this, kind of seeing what the possibilities are. With Gemini allows you to make those changes. Like this is a picture of Lynn that I had, and we call Lynn our fairy loan mother, and so this picture didn't have all of the wings and everything on it, but I told Gemini, I was like, hey, give her wings, but then also put her in the forest, and so it did that. It made it more, and again, it's the same picture throughout. This is the picture that it was. That's all they had. They put her in a suit, and then they put her in the office because she's working. She's the fairy loan mother at work, and so that again, the awesome thing about it is it can take an original picture, change it however you want to manipulate it, and you don't even have to come with the prompt because that's the biggest thing with AI. AI only knows what to do what you tell it to do, and if you don't know how to tell it to do something, well then guess what? Your friend Mr. ChatGPT does. And so ChatGPT has to be your assistant for everything. So I know we talked about this before, but if you're not using the talking function on your ChatGPT.
Hey, Richard, or should I say Jubilee back to you? I'm here and ready to help, so just let me know what you need.
Okay, so Jubilee, what we're doing is I'm teaching my AI class that we talked about earlier. And so let's just say I was a person, I'm very new to AI, and I have a hard time creating prompts. How can you actually help me create those prompts?
Absolutely, Richard, and I love that you're looping me in for the AI class. So basically, the way I can help is by giving you kind of a template or an easy structure. Think of it like training wheels for writing prompts. You just tell me what you want the prompt to do, like the kind of info you want to get or the kind of response you need, and I'll help you shape that into a clear, easy to follow prompt. Basically, I'll be your prompt coach.
I like that because sometimes I don't know what to write. So you could even give me ideas on what to write and maybe content to put out, correct?
Exactly. I can totally do that. So if you're ever stuck, just think of me as your idea generator. You can throw a general topic or a goal at me, and I'll help you come up with some creative prompts or content ideas. It's kind of like brainstorming, but you've got a built-in assistant to bounce things off of anytime.
If you're not using your ChatGPT, and mine is named Jubilee, by the way. If you're not using your ChatGPT as your personal assistant, you're not using ChatGPT why it was intended. If you're only using it to check your emails and to rewrite things that misspelled and things like that, you're not using it for what it's intended for. And it can do so much more for you to save time. Prompt writing there's literally going to be a college class called Prompt Writing 101 if there's not already, because it's not even with ChatGPT and what's going on with Sora and Gemini. Like, it's all about telling it, that's how your computers work. Your computers work on a program. There's a certain program and parameters that your computer works under because you've told it what to do. Hey, when I hit this button, you're going to turn on. And when I hit this screen, you're going to do this. And that's all that these prompts want. They want you to tell that. Like, there's times I'll talk to my ChatGPT and I'll say, hey, I need you to be a disgruntled customer and I need to have a dialogue with you so I can better train myself how to handle this situations. And she will come at me like she's upset about the whole mortgage process and she'll say, hey, and that will train me to better learn how to talk to people because she's already doing the research on, well, you didn't do this, or you didn't call me, or like, why aren't you giving me a lower rate, or things like that. There's so much you can do with your ChatGPT to make you a better individual in your field, to do these prompts and things of that nature. So if you think about Gemini and what you can do with it, remember we talked about Sora. That's all about content creating, your branding. Gemini is the same thing, branding, content creating, more not on a video now. Gemini has video functions, but I don't use Gemini for video functions. I could, and you could too, but that's not what we're here to learn. We're learning about the power of pictures because in real estate, we're all about what we get appraisal pictures. We get pictures on our listing, and sometimes we'll want to take those pictures and maybe we'll have a kitchen. Maybe we'll be looking at a house, or you'll be doing, I know during COVID, video open houses were really big because people couldn't go with them. But imagine if you were doing one of those, you're like, hey, look, I'm sitting in this house. I'm going to take a picture of this. I know you may not like what you're looking at, but this is what it could look like. Or this is what we could do. Or, hey, your home is not ready for staging, but I'm going to put this on my Gemini and say, hey, how could we structure this room here where what is here, the couches and everything, how can I put the couch over here and this? What would be a good way to stage this room with the furniture that's already here? And they will give that to you. So again, less thinking on your part, more thinking on the computer's part, and then more time for you. Okay, so I know we're kind of running low on time, so I want to get into Canva. I know a lot of us use Canva for a lot of stuff. And so I just kind of want to show you what Canva can do because a lot of us have, like I said, the free version of Canva. And so when I do these videos, so a lot of people use Canva for their, creating these flyers, things like that. I use them for my flyers too. It's nothing wrong with it. But I also use it for my video editing. So this is a video I put out the other day.
This place. All these toys just waiting for this place. All these toys just waiting for someone to believe in them. Hey, buddy, I know some lenders left you on the shelf, but just because they don't want to play with you doesn't mean we can't find you a home.
That's fine. At Next Mortgage, we take the toys everyone else overlooks and we get you home. Ready? Let's play. So one thing that what I like about Canva, that when I'm doing these videos in Sora, I mean, it could possibly do it if I told it to, but the way we consume data is that if I'm in an office setting and I'm in a business meeting and I go to a lot of them, but I start to wander in social media, I don't have my volume up on my phone and I'm looking at content. So how is anybody going to know what I'm talking about on that video if they just see me talking to toys and they don't know what I'm talking about because my phone's on mute because I don't want nobody to know what I'm looking at, but I am watching a video? Well, It's all about captions. Every video that you do has to have captions in it. The great thing I love about Canva is when I put these videos in here, I can hit this caption button and it's going to generate those captions for me. So the cool thing is I got
this place. All these toys just waiting for someone to believe in them. Hey, buddy, I know some.
So now I got captions. And the awesome thing is I can change these captions. I can change the color of these captions. I can, like if I want them to be bolder, if I want captions to take up the whole screen, I can do that. And so that way, when people are reviewing my content and they're reviewing the content in a place they don't want to be loud or whatever, they're going to be able to look at that video. If I want to put this at the end, and so that, remember, we talked about the Sora videos are only 15 seconds long. So sometimes I'll do multiple Sora videos of the same content. Like this was one prompt Sora video. This was another prompt Sora video about the same kind of stuff, but just a different kind of prompt. And because I want my videos to be a little bit longer, I'll download them and then I'll put them together in Canva, just like this. And then when they come out, you'll never know that it was two different prompts because they gel together so well. If at the end of this,
wants to know if you can show her how to upload the video to Canva.
Yes, very easy. So if I want to say, okay, I want to put a video here, and then I want to go to my uploads. This is going to always be on the side. And so I would say, okay, I want to upload a file I just downloaded to my computer. So this one here I did earlier about shopping. I'll upload it to Canva. And this is for images. Like if I did something in Gemini and I wanted to put that in there, let's just say I redid my headshot. I could do that with images. I could do this with video. Even if I have music that I've created, and there are AI music creating platforms out there, I could do that as well. Maybe I had a PowerPoint that I did a couple of years ago and I wanted to upload that to my folder. I can do that too. So here's the video I just uploaded. So
hey, mom, dad, nephew, neighbor.
And then I can manipulate the video. I want to make it big enough. And then
where do I even start? Large, medium, what size is a mystery? It smells like.
And again, I can change the video if I want to make it shorter, if I want to crop it, if I want to do anything. I do a lot of my, what I like about Canva as well is that there is an app of Canva. And whatever you do on the application side, on the Windows, on your computer, immediately changes on your app. So if I was on my app, editing a video, as soon as I went to my computer, it's already going to be changed. And so that's what I love about that. And so you could put, again, captions are very important for any video you're doing. That way, if people are looking at your video and they don't have their music on, they can still know what the content is. And so I can change this up if I want to, if I want to just put multiple pictures of maybe my company logo. Excuse me. See, I have so many pictures of everything in here, especially Roosevelt.
You love the bears.
So if I want to put this in here, of course, I don't want, if I did this takes up too much of my video. I don't want to have that in there. So I can go to editing and it will remove the background. And so now I can have a clean thing off to the side. I can even manipulate the colors in here, but I'm not going to do that today. But there's so much editing that I can do in Canva. And the great thing about it is I can download it to my phone and then disperse that to my social media, my TikTok, my Instagram, my YouTubes. And I can do that all from my phone. I can do all the editing because some people don't like to use this little screen to make sure it all looks right. They like to do it on the computer. And so what I love about that is I'm the same way. I want to be able to see, manipulate, move around. But whatever I do in Canva goes directly to my phone as soon as I'm finished. So I'll just go up here to save and then save it. And then all those changes go directly to my phone as well, on the app, of course. Another thing that you can do with Canva is resizing. So sometimes you'll get pictures and there's so much different things with size that you'll have to, Instagram has a certain size, Facebook has a certain size. But the cool thing is that this already knows those sizes for you. So if I was going to post this picture and say, oh, well, hey, I'm going to post it to Facebook. I know Facebook has to be 940 times 788. If I'm going to do it to Twitter, I know Twitter only likes pictures that have this kind of thing here. So if you're going to put it on social media and you want your pictures to resize, so when the content comes across perfect instead of stretched, I don't know if any of y'all have seen times when you've seen a picture and it looks really stretched because because the social media is trying to fit that picture into your screen, or it's too small and you're like, well, man, I posted a big picture, but why is it only coming across like that? You want to make sure that your content comes across. So it's going to say, hey, you want to resize it to this? And I'm going to say, yes, absolutely I do, because I'm going to post this on Instagram. And then it'll reopen it again on the size content that it is. And I know that this right here is how big it needs to be. So the picture I put in there has to fill up the page. So let's just say my picture's like this and it doesn't fill up the page. And I'm like, well, man, I don't want to stretch this picture out because I don't want to, I want this to consume the whole thing, but this picture's only this. I want it to be more than that. So the great thing about Canva is if you use the AI function to do magic expand. Now, of course, this is on the paid version, $12 a month. And I don't get paid by Canva, even though I wish I did. I could do whole page. And so what Canva is going to do is it's going to look at that picture and it's going to say, look, if I saw this picture in the office, I can imagine what the background would be if I expanded it. And now the whole thing, I didn't create this. It was just a picture of Lynn, remember? And now it's a picture of Lynn in a whole office setting where it wasn't before. Remember? So this is the now after Canva looked at it and put the whole office. But remember, beforehand, it was just that. And I was like, okay, looking at the picture, and you could do this with anything. Anything that you put in there that you're like, well, man, I really want this to be full. So now I could download this picture. And remember, this is Instagram worthy because Instagram told us we resized it for Instagram. I can download it right now. It's already set up for Instagram size. Download it, post it on Instagram, and I know it's going to come out perfectly, whatever that looks like. So I use Canva for my photo editing. I use Canva for my video editing. Even though people, again, use other things that are a lot more easier. But again, that's kind of where what I use. So, and it works, and it works. It definitely allows me to do it. If whoever follows me on social media, a lot of that stuff I do, you're seeing it all through there. So that's a lot of what Canva does. So before we wrap up, I know I'm kind of almost out of time. I try to rush through a lot of the other stuff. Again, guys, Sora is going to be, Sora is going to, because you want to make your listings look like Hollywood films. A lot of what you saw in Sora, you're like, I'm being chased by dinosaurs. I'm in the upside down on Stranger Things. I got Elf on the Shelf talking to people. Who would have thought nowadays you could put out that kind of content without having a big Hollywood studio behind you to create the
and
greens?
Get extra 300 followers like Star.
Yeah,
all because of that. That's awesome.
Absolutely. So you want to put out content that's funny. And Debbie, I know you've been doing a lot of it too. Have you seen an uptick? I think Debbie showed me she was getting paid from Facebook now. So Debbie's actually getting money from Facebook because of her content's being watched so much now. And I'm not saying that's not the point of this whole thing, but again, this is y'all's brand. You're the CEO of you. I'm the CEO of me. I work for Next Mortgage, but it's me at the end of the day. I got to be able to put out cool content like Elf on the Shelf and all those other things. But the other side of that is you want to make sure that if people see these videos, they're like, man, he's like skydiving. I've never been skydiving, don't plan to, but my AI self can go skydiving. That's not a problem. I could talk about, I did a video about falling rates, and I actually had interest rates falling from the sky, and one landed on me. And again, everybody laughed at it because, that it makes sense. It's something to laugh at. What did Debbie say? Oh, she didn't say anything. So Canva is to make your ideas look professional. We're not in the day and age of copy and paste anymore. Yes. Canva can really take your stuff to the next level. On Thanksgiving, I had 2,000 views in less than 2 hours on her stuff. Again,
that is amazing.
That's phenomenal. 2,000 people watching anything is phenomenal. Again, so you kind of saw what I did with Canva. Canva I kind of used to extend videos, maybe put some music on videos, definitely caption my videos. Do you have to do that with all of them? No. Are there apps on your phone that can do it a lot quicker? Yes. It just depends on what your threshold is for paying. I just happen to like that. That's my artistic side. I like to deal with that. But again, for definitely making your content look good, Canva is something that I use on the daily. Gemini, definitely look into more what Gemini is. I may have to just teach a class that's all Gemini one day, because it's that cool. Gemini can definitely help you retake those pictures, touch ups, definitely think about things differently, create content where that kind of stands out for you. There's one thing I didn't show on the Gemini, that you could actually create like a comic book strip about the home buying process. Like if someone went under contract and you want to show them like a little comic book reel on what happens when after you got that contract and the steps are after that, you can create a comic book of that and get ChatGPT to write the prompt for it. And so it is pretty amazing on what it can do with just the prompts that you upload. So, of course, my mission statement, of course, that I got ChatGPT to write for me, it's to leverage AI and work smarter, faster, service clients better by automating the busy work, enhancing our marketing, improving every customer interaction. AI helps us grow with the business, giving it more focus on what matters the most, people. Like I said, AI is not going to take your job, but if you don't learn this how to utilize it, like somebody else is going to wow somebody with AI and they're going to be like, well, man, I might want to use this guy because he's doing things a little bit differently. And
One
again,
of the other things that we use the AI for in ChatGPT is you utilize it to create workflows of what increased conversion looks like. So staying in front of your prospects, your buyers, or those kind of what those touch points should look like to increase a high conversion rate for you.
absolutely. Like there's even times that we will ask like Lynn, we'll ask ChatGPT to be a certain person aside from a disgruntled customer. You could tell ChatGPT to be a $1 million producer and to give you the idea how to be your own $1 million producer. Like you can tell Chat, like I did a podcast one day with ChatGPT and I told ChatGPT to be the comic relief on my podcast. And so in that function, like it was pretty neat because she was interacting with the conversation, throwing a joke in here and there, but she knew her job was to be the comic relief on my podcast. So again, it is kind of funny how it looks. This is the kind of that tile work I was telling you about. This is something you create. So basically what I did on ChatGPT is I said, create a custom tile prompt of 6 tiles on the home buying process under contract with Debbie, because Debbie with Next Home. And then this is what it gave me. Accepted offer, start your loan, Mr. Next Mortgage, homes. So imagine if someone got approved and you emailed this fun little tile thing, go, hey, you've been approved. Now this is what's going to happen. Now this is what's going to happen. Now this is what's going to happen. And I could have easily put a picture of Debbie in here and it would have created all this custom to her. I just didn't do that. But sky's the limit on what you can do. Think about how long this would have took for me to do a long time ago, or any of us a long time ago. And now it's all about prompts. I put a prompt in here. Please do this for me. And there we have it. I have it. So guys, like I said, thank you so much for being on the class today. I hope what you found here, even though it was fast, it was informative. I hope you can start using it. I hope you learn more about Sora. I hope you can dive into Gemini. Again, I am always available to do these with you on a personal level, one-on-one. Here's my contact information. Y'all have our contact information. If you ever just want to kind of play with it one-on-one, I'll be happy to do that with you. The other thing is too, this whole recording will go on a YouTube channel and we'll send those out to everybody. We'll send all 3 classes out, the first 3, all 3 classes. We're going to do more of this. Like I said, AI is moving at the speed of AI, and everything I taught you today is going to be different tomorrow. But believe me, that's something I'm trying to stay on top of because this stuff is cool. It makes business fun. It gets that content out, and I hope that it's content that you guys can use in your business to help you grow. You've already seen a couple of people talk about how they're getting more looks, more views. That's what it's all about, personal branding. So Thank you so much for being on here today. And if you need anything from us, well, let us know. Thanks so much.
Thank you guys. Y'all have an amazing day.